Tea. Hi, Osin. Hello. Hi, guys. Oh, you've been very, very bad people. You've been very bad people. Hi, Zunimoni. Hi, Osin. Hi, Zingy Park. Hello. Hi, Liz. How you guys doing? I don't know how much time I have, so I'm just gonna be here until my kids tell me I can't anymore. How is everybody? Hi, Queen. Love from the UK. Oh, you guys have been terrible. You've been very, very bad. The last two videos I posted and the short, I am not very happy with the comment section. I don't understand. No. This is not everybody. Yeah, she's over here just doing her thing. This is not everybody, but the last two videos that I made, the comments that are about Jikook are very few. All the other comments are just people complaining about V and how he's doing fan service and Jikookers and all this. That is unacceptable. We can't do this. We cannot live like this and let trash cookers dictate our lives. This is no, we're not gonna do that. Also, and this is very important, my YouTube is not a safe space for shitting on V, you guys. I'm very upset actually. I know I don't look like I'm not upset. But you guys need to be told off because, right? We are not gonna listen when OT7 they like the one thing that pisses me off about this fandom is when OT7s they're like all shippers are the same, all shippers this, all shippers this. And I always like to think that Jikookers we are way better than trash cookers, like we are way above them, like excuse us, like we're classy. But when we start behaving like them, then how I won't have a leg to stand on. I won't have a leg to stand on. I like knowing that we're better than them. But when we start behaving like them, then it's just I have no leg to stand on, and that's annoying. Hi, Queen Makamu. Hello. Thank you, Michelle McCormick. Oh, McCormick, that's my stepfather's last name. Musemba, hi, I'm from Kenya. I love your content. Thank you, Musemba. Musembi, sorry. Habari yako. Good to see you. Make one more video about gym last. Oh, there is many gym last moments. I'm telling you. Junimoni, did I say something bad? I don't know. Did you say something bad? Are you among the people who are shitting on V in my comment section? Because that is not allowed. It is not allowed. It's okay to be like upset because of something he did, but to like a comment saying, I really hate V, I hate this guy, and like people don't even want to say his name, like he's the devil. What are we talking about? That's unacceptable. Silent follower from the Philippines. Hi, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you follow. I just strongly dislike the trash cookers. Yes, that is the problem, Vanessa. People are having trouble separating their hate for trash cookers with their putting V in there. I keep saying this a million times. V only does as much as Jimin and JK allow. Like, do you understand that? Michelle is my married name. Oh, that's my mother's married name. Hi, your name is in, I think, Russian, I believe, so I can't say it. But hello. Hi, Limar. Hi from Holland. Oh, what language do you speak in Holland? Oh my goodness. This is gonna close the live. Hello, sorry. I got a call. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wait, Holland. Holland, is that what formerly Netherlands, now Holland? Or was it Netherlands, Holland, and it's now Netherlands? I don't know, Dutch. Do you want Dutch subtitles, Constance. I feel like it's more of the insecure Jikookers that do it. Is it though? I don't think it is. I think some people just get really pissed off at V. You're making noise. Inara. Unapiga kele. Can you get another toy that's not making noise? Tafadhali. You're making noise. Let's give that to me. Sorry, guys. Give it to me. I don't know. It's not just the insecure Jikookers. It's not. It's all Jikookers. Like it's even the ones who are secure. They just listen. I get mad at all the members. I'll tell you that right now. Even my fave Jimin pisses me off sometimes. Are we okay? How many toys do you have that are singing? Oh my god. Take something else. Hi. Chukua your ball. Sorry. I like where was I? Right. All members do, like, they're humans. They're not perfect. They're gonna do something that's gonna tick us off, right? Like, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you right now, the fact that the fandom is so okay with Namkook and everybody's like, oh, JK's crush. Yeah, and I got like so tired of that joke. And I was like, oh, it's an old joke. It's an old joke. And then in this big 2026, they come in an interview and they resurrect that joke. Oh my god. That annoyed me. I was so annoyed. But that's my business, okay? It's not JK's, it's not June's, it's mine. And so I'm not gonna take my anger out on them just because Amis refuse to accept Jikook, but they have no problem going on and on about Namkook. So that's my business, right? And that's how it's supposed to be with trash cookers. Like what they're doing, why are we taking it out on V? Listen to me. Yes, does V do some questionable things? Absolutely. But do Jimin and JK allow it? Yes. Yes, they allow it. And we don't get mad at Jimin or JK. So what's with the double standard? I'm not sheep, I'm a supporter. Yes, we are all supporters. Absolutely. Good afternoon, Regina. June, what about JK's Insta story? Oh yeah, we are coming to talk about that. I'm gonna post a video about JK's Insta story, and we're gonna talk about how Jikookers are debunking each other, even though we were all in agreement in the beginning that that's Jimin's voice, and then suddenly a few people were like, nya, 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 nya. Now everybody's like, oh, it's not Jimin. Shut the fuck up, man. What? Regina, I love you too. Charles, hating V and hating trash cookers are two completely different things. Some people can't differentiate the two and it's getting irritated. Thank you. Thank you. Did you see Instagram Jikook or Taekook? Like, what was he going to say? He wasn't going to answer that question. Like, are you okay? We all know where JK stands. JK stands where the people he feeds, which is us. He's Team Jikook. He's made that very clear. He's always, hey, no. He's always favoring Jimin. Like, chapter 2 made that very clear. He's a Jimin solo. So we know where he stands. But is he going to say that? Of course no. Why would he say that? Netherlands. Constance, I'm asking, do you want Dutch subtitle to me to add Dutch subtitles to my videos, or are you okay with the English? Because I want everybody to feel comfortable when they're watching my videos. I don't want everybody to struggle. So if you want subtitles, I need them now. Oh, I speak English. Okay, that's fine then. I'm proud of you. Never give up on our Jikook. Never. I'll give up in Jikook when they give up on themselves. Okay. I'm not gonna be like trash cookers. If tomorrow Jimin goes to Paris and walks hand in hand with some girl, I'm not gonna be here be like, oh fuck you, Jimin. No, I'm gonna respect that. I'm gonna accept that Jikook are broken up. Okay. I'm not gonna say they were never real because that's impossible. These two are together. So if for some reason or another we get irrefutable proof that they're with someone else, then that would mean that Jikook have broken up, not that they were never together. It would mean that they've broken up. And BTS would also break up because Jikook are the two exes who cannot be in one room. That cannot work. It's either BTS like disbands, it's done, it's finished, or one of them leaves, but they both cannot be in BTS as exes. If you know anything about these two and if you've paid attention, there is no way. They're either going to end up fucking and getting back together, or the group is going to be in disarray and confusion because they can't work together. So, yeah. Hello from France. Josiane. Bonjour. I'm so glad my children are older. Oh, Vanessa, thank you for rubbing that in my face. Thank you. Wait, what's the joke? I missed what you said. What joke? Did I make a joke? I think hating armies and non-members is valid now. The fandom is filled with mature new stars. Absolutely. And they all become trash cookers because YouTube always recommends take cook videos to new armies and it's annoying. But I get it because they're the majority and YouTube is going to recommend to you the majority of the things. And let me, for all their stupidity, take cookers are very good at editing. If you didn't know any better, you would believe they're garbage. That's the problem. You're so pretty. I have a filter on. You guys are always giving me compliments that I'm pretty. I have a filter on because I can't wear makeup because my baby, when she's hungry, she eats my face. If you're a mom, you can relate. And I don't have the time to keep putting on makeup every time I do a video, so fuck that shit. So thankfully these apps, they have filters where I can just like you know I mean, I'm not done anything, so I try to remain as natural as possible, but I have filters on. I love your hair. Actually, it's horrible. It's disgusting. It needs doing, but thank you. I think they allow you publicly because the company is obviously pushing Taekook narrative. The company is gonna push whatever is being pushed. Even the fact that Namkook joked about JK liking Namdoon's dies again is because they've seen it and they know majority of the fandom is also Namkook. That's another thing. We get so focused on trash cookers that we forget that even there's so many Namkookers. There's a lot of Nam cookers, but we only get mad as trash cookers because Nam cookers are not hating on Jimin. You understand? Times I love Jimin. Yes, he is amazing. Everybody needs to. If you don't love Jimin, you're messed up and you need therapy. Wow, I've never seen you live before, so This is my first time doing. I always go live on TikTok, which I haven't done in a minute. I was like, oh, let me try coming live on YouTube, especially because they're going to save this. And I kind of need everybody to see that it is not okay to hate on V. It's not. First of all, especially people who are saying that V is doing fan service. Okay, he is. But we always say that Jikook is not fan service. So why is suddenly Taekook Moments also fan service? You have to understand members do what they want to do with whoever they want to do. And for some reason, let me tell you, when you actually look at there's an underlying issue here, right? There's an underlying issue. In the beginning, it used to be Vimin. Like when the members joined Big Hit and everything, it was Vimin. Okay, there was a little bit, JK and V here. JK was not lying when he said that V, helped him come into whatever. But mostly Vimin were very, very close. And they were best friends and they were always together. It was a hate and laugh thing going on. They were like siblings who fight and insult each other all the time, but they were very close and it was them. And then suddenly, Jimin and JK become a thing, and then suddenly it's Vimin Cook. And V is like, why is JK always here? Like, I'm trying to spend time with my best friend. Why is this man always here? Like, we have seen many times where there's even on stage. I love that moment. I'm going to post it. When we discuss this topic, I will show it. Where V is walking towards Jimin. He's happy. He's smiling. And then JK immediately goes to Jimin. And V is like, ugh. Like, he literally couldn't control his face. He was like, fucking hell. Like even there's this popular Taekook moment where Jikook were always sharing cars in 2019, 2020, but there's a clip of V pulling JK and taking him to a different car because he wanted to ride with Jimin. Of course, Taekookers only show V pulling JK to a different car. They don't show that V wanted to ride with Jimin. But V has always been bitter about JK encroaching on V meantime. So there is an underlying issue here, okay? But also in 2020, when JK told us that him and V, they used to be close, but then V changed. And now V is trying to work on their relationship again. If you guys remember, was it 2016 or 2017 where Jimin and JK were all getting mad at V and they were like, oh, you're always with the Wooga squad, you never spend time with us. And it is over time in content, we have seen all members say that V prioritizes the Wooga squad instead of them. Like, that's a thing that happens. Even there's this popular Taekook moment where JK asked V, me or Bogum, whatever. It's either me or Vugum, pick one, and he picked JK, and Taekookers loved that moment. But you don't see that there's a thing here. There's a moment where, like, if you have eyes and you can see, V loves the Wooga squad more than his members. Like, that's a fact. Those are his best friends. There's a time, there's a clip that I have. I'll show one time where members, V says that his New Year resolution is to spend more time with BTS, and everybody's like, you're lying. The only person who didn't say anything was J-Hope. And that's because V and J-Hope, they hang out a lot outside of, I think J-Hope is the closest to V in BTS because they hang out a lot outside when they're on holidays and things like that. So V-Hope is real. What was I saying? Yeah, there is an underlying issue when I look at Taekook, I'm not getting pissed at that. In fact, I am happy for them. Like, when they're going to the movies or they're going to premieres or they're going to this and that, I'm like, oh wow, they're mending their relationship, they're working on their relationship, and I am happy for that because they deserve that. Because if it was not for V pushing for JK to do stuff with him, Taekook would not exist. There would be nothing. There would be no moments. There would be, because JK is always about Jimin. We've had Jin complain that he's asking JK to come out for drinks, but JK doesn't come. Other members, they don't see JK. Like, it's only Jimin who sees JK. Ow! Hey! Inara, why are you pulling my hair? Ish. Hold on, let me read these comments because I have posted them. ABCD. Oh, thank you so much. I sent you, I replied to you about Discord. Let me know. Pretty certain Jimmy said a few things to V already. Yes, there are some times it would be hard to find this, but there was a time where V posted something on Instagram and then the trash cookers like went crazy. When was it? Was it 2023? And then soon after that, he posted a Jikook moment. You know that the Jikook moment where JK is lifting, Jimin is doing like a thingy, and then JK holds him by the waist and lifts him up. They're in a dance practice. You know that popular Jikook moment? V posted it from a different angle. Do you guys remember that? And I remember us analyzing, and we were like, that has to be like an apology for what he just did. Because he had, what was it? What did he do? He had done something and the fandom went wild. And I think he posted that Jikook thingy as an apology to Jimin. But I would have to find these photos before I say that. I would say it's a publicity stunt. What Taekook moments? Simran, let me tell you, it's a filter. I like how you said about the Paris thing. This fandom completely ignored that part. They only remember the cycle. That cycle. Oh my God. You know, even the photos, they were real. They were very real. Those photos were leaked and they were real. That was him in Jeju with Jenny. Like, we even saw the mark on his leg, and we saw it in Ayushua Jeju. That was V. Even when they were in Jeju, at some point V disappears in the morning and then it's just Jikook, and rumor had it he had gone to meet Jenny, because around the same time where Ayushua Jeju was being done, Jenny was in Jeju. So V had gone that morning to see Jenny. If I saw that, I'd think it's AI. If you saw Jimin walking with Paris with a girl, yes, absolutely, because Jikook are like solid. They're freaking solid. So that's never gonna happen. I was just giving as an example that I am not the Lulu and crazy like the trash cookers. You understand? Like, if they told us, if they made it clear that they were not anymore, we would understand that. Like, or if we, like, I can't say that they would debunk us because it wouldn't make any sense. It would be very questionable, the things that they've been doing all these years, if we are wrong. We are not wrong unless we are all having massive hallucinations. Right? We are not wrong. That's why I said if something like that happened, it would mean breakup. It wouldn't mean that we were wrong, because we are not. Hi, I'm from Bulgaria. Where is Bulgaria? Hold on. Where is Bulgaria? ChatGPT. Where is Bulgaria? ChatGPT is just showing me beautiful photos of your country. Southeastern Europe. Ah, it's bordering Romania. Ah, okay. What language do you speak in Bulgaria? Kisses. For the people talking about Cookie's life, what does that mean? When did this happen? He was on Instagram live, and of course, a trash cooker asked him Jikook or Taekook, and you know it was an international army because they say Jikook. First of all, Koreans would never ask him that, and if they did, they would say Cookmin. And also, that's why I said Jikookers, we stay classy because we don't bring this stuff to members. You understand? We would never ask something like this. So that was just so fucking stupid because why would he wouldn't even answer, and he didn't. And people are saying that, oh, we've been debunked. How? He avoided the question as he should, and it makes sense for him to have that. Can you imagine if he picked a side? Can you imagine? Like the fandom would have like caught fire. It can come out unless BTS disbands. They can only come out if they are solo. You can have to who are dating each other in the same band. Nobody pay attention. Absolutely, especially with these countries like where did JK do the World Cup thing? Qatar. You think they would ever be invited there ever again? And that's not the only country. There is a shit ton of homophobic countries where they would never step foot in if two members of the band came out as gay. This world is still very, very homophobic. It's not that accepting, and we know that. If they came out, BTS is done. So that's why I said at the moment they're prioritizing their careers because they do love being idols. They do love performing. They love it so much, and they're gonna put it above everything else. But if you ask me, I think JK would blow shit up, and you will be like, "Fuck this career. I want everybody to know Jim is my man." Hello from Italy. Hi, Irene. Will you watch BTS live on that? Of course I will. Of course I will. If I don't catch it, I'm gonna have to watch it later. But I try. What is this crowning? What does it mean? Number 2, number 3. Oh, I don't know what that. There's a crown next to number 2. Shaz, do you think that was Jimin's voice in JK's instance? Yes, absolutely. That was Jimmy. Like it's not even up for debate. Why are Jikookers debunking themselves? It's so stupid. It was Jimin's voice. Period. God. I completely get it. Way back when I was on the side of Jikookers, then I watched an original video, no edits, I became a Jikook. I don't know. I didn't know better when I first found BTS. Unfortunately, that's what happens with a lot of people. I love whoever Jimmy interacts with as long as they respect him. Absolutely. I'm fine with I'm fine with Vimin and Namkook. At least in this, Jimmy is not mass hated and his family is safe. But the thing is, you cannot blame V and JK for trash cookers' behavior. Do I wish that JK and V had zero interactions so that trash cookers cannot be fed whatsoever? Yes, but that's my problem. That's my unrealistic wish. It's not gonna be possible because at the end of the day, V and JK love each other. They are friends and they are allowed to interact. And just because JK maybe pulls away or is a bit awkward does not mean that he's disgusted by V or anything like that, or he hates V. No, it does. Let me tell you something. This is something the fandom does not understand. Just because JK does all these things with Jimin on stage does not mean that he's one of the I'm gonna put fan service in quotes because at the end of the day, on stage it is fan service. It is fan service. But it is also not. Because if they don't want to do it, they're not gonna do it. Like Sugar and RM, they don't do shit. If they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. So I'm going to put fan service in quotes because what I'm trying to say is Sugar RM, they don't do fan service, right? Guess who else is on that list? JK. Trust. JK is also on that list. The only reason people don't think he is because of all the shenanigans he does with Jimin. But really think about it. Who else does JK does not do stuff on? He's with Jin, he's just goofing around and playing around and all this stuff. But they're actually like these moments where that are gonna make like shippers happy and all that stuff. He does not. He's there with Sugar and RM. He does not do them. It's just that he likes doing them with Jimin. So when V pulls him in for some stuff and like this, it can come off a bit awkward because JK is not. you know, he's only like suave and comfortable when it comes to Jimin. You know what I mean? But really, JK does not do fan service. I'm telling you. You look at me, you think I'm saying nonsense, but you go pay attention and you're gonna see. Unless it's with Jimin, JK is just there chilling and vibing. Honestly, I don't want Jikookers to become the same as Cookers in the sense that they hate on a member when they feel threatened and unsure about the ship. Thanks for talking about it. This is why people are saying it's insecure Jikookers who hate on V, but they don't do it because they are threatened or unsure about the ship. That's why I'm saying it's not insecure Jikookers. It's even normal Jikookers. They do it because Cookers hate on Jimin every single freaking day. And so they take that anger out on V. And I just want people to draw the line. You know what I mean? I can't say your name, I'm so sorry. Hi fellow joker. When I first joined Army, YouTube always recommended Taekook, Namjoon and Yumin. I know, me too. They're fully grown men. They all know who or what they want. Absolutely. Jikook forever. It's not okay to hate him, but it's okay to be upset with him for his behavior. Those are two different things, and it's not just because of Jikook. Jikook forever. First of all, you are my culprit number one. I have seen your comments. I did have to delete your comment because of something that you said. What you're saying right now, it's not okay to hate him, but it's okay to be upset. That's how it's supposed to be. But you say that you hate him, and that is not okay. Honestly, don't take your anger out on V because trash cookers are just mental cases. It's not his, like, he's allowed clearly. Apart from Jimin, he's closest with, apart from Jin and J-Hope, he's closest with JK. Like, that is the truth. At the end of the day, that is the truth. I don't know why we should care about that. If we are like, we know it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter what he does with JK on stage. It shouldn't mean anything to us. It really shouldn't. There's an imposter in the chat. Who is it? Show me. I love blocking. 5-star high. I just think the last couple of days in Vegas, the airport mass comment and the poem JK posted has people on edge right now. And those people are insecure Jikookers and they're not welcome here. That same reporter is the one who said that JK is always with Jimin. And the mask situation, because couples in South Korea, they like to match a lot. It's a couple thing. So he was saying you guys are wearing couple masks, and it's true because their masks were matching. Just like we've seen members do that, because they're matching, everyone will be like, oh, you're coupling today, you look like a couple. We even have Bon Voyage, I don't remember which season, where Jungkook were matching, and then Jimin was like, oh, you guys look like a couple, because that's what it is in South Korea. When two people are matching at the same time, they can look like a couple because that's what couples do in South Korea. But it doesn't mean dick, because if they're a couple, then we'll explain all these other things that JK is busy doing over here. Like, bruh. I hate when trash cookers hate on Jimin for no reason. We all do, my guy. But it's because they're insecure in their ship. And so that's why they ship Jimin with like Sugar, and now they ship him with RM. They just anything to put Jimin as far away from possible as V. That's my tummy. We need a fandom cleanse. Too many solo stands and younger people who make things childish. I know, especially the people who came with Dynamite, my guy. I'm sorry if you're one of them, but if you're not the bad seeds, then I'm not talking about you. But yeah, the crowd that came with Dynamite, Return za nipatlisha. Namshika nijaribu asionekane kwa camera. Who make things childish. I thought, wow, first time for me seeing you live, but then this is your first live. Good to see you. Hi, Jana. Yes, it's my first. Jana in Kiswahili means yesterday. Do you say Janae? They all want to ride with Jimin. They do. All the members are in love with Jimin, I'm telling you. I love me some Vimin. I'm so glad that we're getting more moments together. That is what I'm saying. Do you see people getting mad at Jimin for all this? He's the one who not instigate. What do you call where initiates? He's the one who initiates most Vimin moments. But why is nobody mad at Jimin? This is what I'm saying. The double standard. Jimin initiates all the Vimin moments, my guy. But we over here, nobody's hating on Jimin. Make that make sense. What about Mini Money? RM obsessed with Jimin, but nobody's mad at RM. Nobody's in my comment section saying, no, I hate Namjoon. This is what I'm talking about, the double standard. Your problem is with the trash cookers, not V. Can we just understand that? Jimin is your bias's bias. Vimin Cook Dabinwal. Hi, hello, Vimin Cook. I love you too, girl. Oh, guy, I don't know your. Do you think V now seems bitter, like when he rolled his eyes clearly at Jimmy because he thinks Jimmy gave up on his friendship? See that clip? I think that clip is being misinterpreted. I don't think he was rolling his eyes. I think over the years, V's face does get. He's gotten in trouble a lot in the past because people were like saying they were judging him, or he was judging a celebrity and all that stuff. But V he likes to put this resting bitch face on, and it doesn't always come off. People who don't know him can read him negatively. I do get some jealousy from V to Jimin in terms of what's it called? Achievements, maybe. I could say that because when he never recognized Jimin's face, every single member and their dog recognized Jimin's achievements except for V. And people will be like, oh, he thanked him in person. And I'm like, okay. But he posted about other bands and he posted about other people. And so did he not thank those people in person also? Food for thought. This is Shazzy. Yes. V Hope is so cute. Yes. V Hope. Like if trash cookers had two brains, they would ship V Hope or Tejin. Then they would never be frustrated because they would always get their moments. Do you see the clip of the KMV when they came in Korea back? A reporter said, I know what the reporter said, but yes, they were wearing couple masks because in South Korea, if you two people are wearing the same thing at the same time, yeah, it can come off like a couple thing. But think about the times where Jimin and JK have done that over the years. So one time Taekook do it and what? It's fact now. What about all the other times you have done it? So. And besides, JK said, yeah, that's my mask. So obviously he lent V his mask. Like, what are we doing? You're right. And the Bogu mommy was totally brotherly. It was. And he's not the only one. If we're going to like say, oh, Taekook is real because JK was like, choose Bogu mommy. Well, Jin and Jimin also told V to choose them or Wooga Squad. So Taejin real and Vimin real. Taekuka should thank Jimmy for their moments. Oh, absolutely. Those moments would not be happening if Jimmy was like, no. Jimmy could be like, want to be petty that morning and tell JK, you know what, you're not feeding them today and they're not going to get nothing. And he could even tell V, do not go near JK today, and that's what's going to happen. So yeah, they should thank Jimmy for their moment. The baby wants attention. No, she likes to just climb all over people. Did we forget V following Jenny on Instagram? That was the beginning of everything. Hey, that was the beginning of everything, I'm telling you. Mini Jaggy, hi. First time joining your live. First time being live. Hello, good to see you. Do you think... Hey. You think it's real? What is real? What is real? Jimin says he doesn't like or do fan service. Yes, everything he does is because he wants to do it. It's not because he's trying to please some fans. JK said no to Jikook because he's Team John Jimin. Or he's Minguki. Plus, the question was Jikook or Taekook. He's Korean, so it's Cookmin. Hello? Or Minguki, like Jimin said. JK don't know no Jikook. He knows Cookmin. That person should have said Cookmin. Then maybe we would have had a conversation. Because even if Ada is real, he's not gonna pick any. If they had said Namkook or Taekook, maybe he would have picked Namkook. But this is like the two biggest JK ships. Choosing any was gonna be problematic either way. I watched Jikook, Yumin, and Minimoni, even J-Hope because of Jimin. It's okay if you choose to be the Lulu, but don't attack the artist. The amount of hate thrown at Jimin by Taekookers is heartbreaking. It is, and they see it. And you know what? They're very dumb. They're very dumb because They used to get moments from JK, but JK stopped. JK stopped giving them moments, and I believe it's because of the hate they throw at Jimmy. I sympathize with Jimmy and Tay and JK off for having to deal with the range fallout anytime they post something with each other. Innocent post censorship was crazy with speculation. How exhausted. I know, even JK must be exhausted. Have you seen the amount of hate Jimin's be getting online? I've tried defending, but people keep calling her delusional solo. Jimin gets hate every single day, even when he does nothing. Even when that day Jimmy doesn't show his face or nothing, people are still gonna find a way to hate on him. Like that's just the way it goes. Somehow, Jimin is the most popular member and the most hated member. It doesn't make any sense, but it's true. JK would take the job as Jimin's manager. He's already What do you mean? He's already Jimin's manager. I think he's absolutely adorable. Trash because will never make me hate him. Thank you. Thank you. I love V. I absolutely adore V. I love him. They love their job, but yeah, JK will blow she's up. 1,000%. If it was, let me tell you, where they are is because of Jimmy. JK could absolutely be like, nah. Mama, can I just, eh? Are you hungry? Kwanza? Eh? Yeah? Do you think that puppy tattoo is real? What puppy tattoo? Is there a puppy tattoo? I just saw that RM has new tattoos. I don't know about a puppy tattoo. JK is also not debunking that rumor. Which rumor? I'm tired of this fan wars. Jikook, I believe members do not appreciate the hate against Abby and the other members. They're friends all together and we should follow their lead. Thank you. The problem is it only turns into a fan war because we are defending Jimin. That's why it turns into a fan war. People always say, it's Jikook versus Taekook. No, it's Jikookers. But listen, if they didn't hate on Jimin, we would not care. Do you see us caring about Viminas? Do we go arguing with Viminas? Do we go fight with Minimonis? Do we fight with Jungkookers? No. And they believe what they believe to be 1,000%. Even legit Yuminas believe what they believe, and we don't go fighting with them. Why? Because they're not here hating on Jimin every other day, hating on JK when he does something they don't agree with. This is not about Taekook, it's about Taekookers. Even if we didn't interact with JK, fandom will say he's been forced by the company. The dude has no escape route. Hello, Shazi. Hi, Dorothy. Tattoo theory is still not confirmed. Which theory are we talking about? Is it the thing people are saying he matches with Winter? There's no tattoo there. People keep sharing enhanced images. When you enhance images with AI, first of all, you always know it's AI because JK's tattoo always gets messed up, the hand one. And the thing at the back of the hand, that was one picture that showed that. Any other time we've seen JK fold up his sleeves, we don't see the tattoo. I don't think there's a tattoo there. I don't think there is. And I never addressed the winter thing because it's just so anytime there's women involved, it's just I feel like it's not worth my energy because it doesn't make any sense. I actually think only Jin and V do fan service. Less now with Iran, but in the past they did. They're still doing it now. Did you see on Netflix Jin telling V to stop trying to kiss me just because it was like this close? Oh, Tejin. Will you leave this live for later to watch, please? Yes, I saw that that's an option. So yes, I'm not gonna delete it. I actually have to feed this one, so I could come back. I don't know. Can you pause a live? I don't know if you can pause a live. Let me ask ChatGPT. Can you pause a YouTube live? So I can feed the toddler. Jikook, I said he pissed me off. Okay, Jikook forever. I'm sorry if you're not the one who said. There was a comment that said I really hate V. Okay, if it was not you, my apologies. But also, why did he piss you off though? That moment, JK walked up to V. V was singing. He was minding his business singing. It was JK who walked up to him. And okay, maybe he hadn't planned for like V to pull him in or whatever, but he's the one who went to where V was. So why we not mad at JK for that? You can't pause a YouTube live stream when you're broadcasting. You can't pause, so I would have to end it and then come again. Your daughter has a bit for thank you. I don't hate him. Okay, Jikook forever. I believe you. I really love the term trash cookers because they're pieces of garbage. Can anyone confirm that tattoo is real or not? I don't think it exists. There are a couple questions from the reporter at the airport was mega stupid. No, it was just he's a Korean, and in Korea, if two people are wearing the same item at the same time, it is couple behavior. So he was just pointing out the truth. They were wearing couple masks and he was wearing JK's mask. And if that was Jikook, we would be going crazy over that. And I always say, like, there's a lot of Jikook moments that have also happened with other members. But the question is, how much more often do they happen with Jikook more than they happen with other members? Do you understand? And the bulk of it is that Jikook match way often than Taekook ever do. Especially at the same time. Didn't JK and V both say that the mask was JK's? Yes, they did. So JK lent V his mask. So it wasn't even a couple masks, innit? They all belong to JK. I came with dynamite but stayed because of mic drop. Oh yeah, mic drop, the gem that you are. You are so charming and sincere. I don't know about charming, but yes, honesty is key. The Bible says so. Once you gym in, you can't gym out. Facts. Namjoon is hot. Oh yes, he is. Daddy Namjoon. Beautiful man. It seems you like green mixed with black hair. I'm glad I came on time. I do like green hair. I would prefer to have green everywhere, but I think that it's a bit, I look like a crazy person. Love all the members, but yeah, Jimin is my bias. Ah, yes. 13% of wizards cast all the spells in the United States. What the hell is that? Who are you, Duke? What is this? Why are you here? Who are you and why are you here? I love Jimin so much. Ooh, no more than me. Thank you, Charles, for this. We shouldn't be getting hate. 1000%. I love Miss Amini money. Oh, yeah. Do you guys know RM gave Jimin a ring as a gift once? Do you know that that's the thing that happened? Why did he do that? And we've never seen Jimin with that ring. You know why? Who knows why? Comment if you know why we've never seen Jimin wearing that ring that RM gave him as a present. I love you, Dane. I also love your videos, but I want you to beat you. Huh? Beat who are you talking to? Who is Dana? And where they be beaten? Not jealousy, it's envy. Envy of Jimin. Yes, terms. Yes, envy. Yeah, they are jealousy and envious are two different things. Yes, absolutely, you're right. You're obsessed to fully love Jimin Zako, how they can interact freely at the end of their tour. It's their private business and yeah, but you know they're gonna be toned down in Busan, right? Like they're always freer when they are out internationally, not in when they're locally. I haven't seen the clip of V rolling his eyes. Oh, it is there. He was proper pissed off. He was walking towards Jimin and he was so excited and he's smiling. He's happy to go towards his friend. And then JK is in front of him, goes and sits down next to Jimin and V's like, oh, it's an amazing clip. I first saw it. There's this Jikook account called Jikookers Classroom. They haven't posted in a while. They stopped posting, I think, when they went into the military, and I've not seen them since. I love that YouTube channel. It's called Jikookers Classroom. If you think I am eagle-eyed, Jikookers Classroom is so good. She sees everything. I don't think it's a couple mask. Yes, it's JK's mask. It's just that what I mean is when two people wear the same thing at the same time in South Korea, that's considered couple behavior. But in this instance, yes, that was JK's mask. So your face is glowing again. It's a filter. But why is Jimin so flirtatious? Can you answer this question? The way he was staring at the guy from that award show, Jungkook was clearly upset. The guy from that award show, which recently AMAs, was it the tall guy that people are saying, is it the tall guy with the hair who's not even his type? Is that who you mean? Can you specify which guy from the award show, please? A borrowed mask is not considered as a couple. That's fair. That's fair. I agree. Sometimes the fandom is really reaching. I mean, a mask is a mask, not a wedding ring. Well, do you know how many times Jikook have worn the same color mask at the same time? Literally, Jikookers have been posting this. This is Jikookers do it one time and it means everything. Jikook have been doing it since time immemorial. So what are we talking about? He was not staring, man. Somba is not even Jimin's type. Also, that's yeah, at the place. No, he was just looking at him. The reason JK did that, as soon as the guy stepped off, JK came and started next to Jimmy. Is just this JK being territorial. He's always been territorial. Iona, one now. Jimmy has been and is my bias since I joined Army 2015. Observing him in our content for years, I can truly say the person most in love and obsessed with him over everyone else is John Jungkook. Amen. I've seen the video of JK making a face after he looked at Jimmy and it kind of bothers me. I've seen the video too, but I think that I think we're looking to find something where there is none. It's not the first time like we've seen like hey Mondos. I don't think it's what people think it is. That I know it was when was it Butter? What was it? I know the clip you're talking about. I really don't think he was glaring at him. I've seen Jikookers on TikTok make those edits, but I don't think V was glaring at Jim. I really don't. Thank you for your live shots. I have to go. Love and kiss from Paris. Have a great day. Au revoir. Since when are you an army? Who are you talking to? The difference is Jikook match on purpose. Matching with other members is a coincidence. Are you sure once JK said on camera that he wanted to buy the same clothes? Exactly, Vanessa. Exactly. Jun Jimin sounds prettier than Park Jimin. It's also very factual. You're the number one of Jikook fans. After being a Jikooker for like 10 years from 2026, you're the one I'm looking. Aww. Thank you, Women Cook Dabbing World. Wait, don't you have a YouTube channel? I feel like I know you. Hold on. If I enter this live and click on your name. Jun Jimin is really cute. It is cute. That's why JK loves it. He's always saying, Jun Jimin. Jun Jimin. How do I enter this live? Hold on. What's my name? Jang Jijoka. Okay. At the same time, like he finds Jimin so cute. He said Korea because he thought they asked which country he chose, so he said Korea. What do you mean? He said, what are we talking about? Say hi. Hi, Jay. Hope. When I started following Jikook pages, there were no comments against V, but people came calling Jimin horrible names. People got fed up, but I agree it's so wrong. We should not behave like them. Like, we can't do anything about PJMs, right? Like, PJMs are gonna PJM. They are gonna attack JK, they're gonna attack V, because they are, trash cookers are going after Jimin, so PJMs go after them. We can't do anything about PJMs. But as Jikookers, we can do better, and we can be better. So let's do that. Especially because we know that Jimin doesn't care anymore. Did you guys not listen to Set Me Free? I always say this. Anytime trash cookers are getting to you, go listen to Set Me Free and listen to Jimin very well. He said, fuck my ops. He's done. He's set free. He don't care about them anymore. If he did, he would stop doing anything with JK. He would slow down, but he hasn't. Why? Because he don't care about them. That's why I don't. I'm living for the jealous Jimin agenda going on Twitter. Well, I saw the fan. I saw the fan. The fan who wanted JK to be her boyfriend. And Jimin was like, oh, I saw. We're going to talk about that. I'll post about that. I have feeling that V is copying JM. Also the things he do with JK. Example, when they did. But V is a copier. V and RM. If you watch 07 content, you're gonna see that V and RM, they like to copy members. When a member does something, they're gonna go and do that thing. So yeah, he does copy. V does copy. When Jimin does something, JK, he goes and does that. That's something he's always done. He just likes to be involved in whatever Jikook are doing. Because like I said, it used to be Vimin. And then Jikook did a thing and then he became Vimin Cook. So, V does tend to feel left out by Jikook a lot. So what do you think of some Jikookers moving like Jikookers, like analyzing every single content, trying to find Jimin and JK's video and vice versa? I think that's our job. I think we've always done that. And then if we find they're not there, we move on. Because if these people are like hiding and being a secret and whatever, of course they're gonna be hiding in here, hiding in there. And we are rarely ever wrong. But it's our job to try and find out if that's true. Being a shipper, it is your job to do that. It's not like moving like even armies do that when you're trying to analyze OT7 content. It's just analyzing. There's no harm in that. But if we find nothing, then we move on. And that was Jimin in JK's Instagram. Why does JK keep on wearing full sleeve even in the heat? Because he's not ready to show us his tattoo. The new one he has over here. He's not ready to show us. Hello, my dear. You're the best YouTuber that I never see. What does that mean? That you never see? I'm here. People who are worried about tattoo rumors need to explain JM on his ring finger first. Preach. From the early days, V's always coming between Jikook. From then on till now, I just tolerate him because he's also a member. That's just not right. He just wants to be included because you have to remember he was there first. Okay? He was there first. He was there before JK. He was Jimmy's friend before JK came in, and then V is like, I gotta share this nigga with his boyfriend. Let's see that little beauty. She wants to greet us. My husband will kill me, but hello. Hi. I don't understand why Taekook is popular. Man, Jimin has more chemistry than Taekook. Jimin is the sheep. Jimin will match with anybody. You grab any Jimin sheep, and because like all of them have said they rely on him. When they need something, they go to him. And the way he treats all of them. Like, Jimin is very, very emotionally intelligent. So you pick any ship with Jimin in it, and you're gonna find, especially my favorite hugs are the Jinmin hugs. Jin and Jimin, their hugs are just so. There's something about the Jinmin hugs that I use their gifts all the time when they're hugging. They have very nice hugs. All fans should watch original content. Some start focusing on out of context clips, looking at innocent expressions with the list of fan wars, getting angry at a member for giving the enemy ammo. That is the truth, but some people can't be bothered. Sue, UK, hi. Sue, you're in the UK, so am I. It's a fucking love triangle. JK and V both want JM. V does not want JM. V is straight. V is straight as an arrow. Shashuka should thank JM for fixing Taekook's relationship. Preach! RM gave Jimin a ring, and then JK took Jimin to Japan and made the whole ass GCF Tokyo. And then Jimin never wore that ring. That whole debacle is underrated. A, what business did RM have given Jimin a ring? And B, the fact that JK was like, what did you just do? So I'm gonna one-up you. The love I have for JK is all members are obsessed with Jimin. They are. Everybody, in fact, everybody who comes across Jimin, you're done. You are Jimmed in. You're the only person who says what they think about Jikook. I agree with you completely. Well, am I the only one? I don't know that I'm the only. Thank you. I missed that channel too. I know. Jikook's Classroom was such a good channel. They can have their matching mask. We have wedding bands and Sun and Moon chrome heart necklaces. Preach, girl. When Minimoni did that video of each other listening to their solo albums, Aram said he loved Jimin the most out of all the members. I don't think Aram keeps that as a secret, and of course it's not intimate. Yeah, even Sugar has made it severally and very clear that Jimin is his favorite. And JK has made it very clear that Jimin is his favorite. And V said, out of all the members, he loves Jimin the most. So what are we doing? Eh? Jimlas will not allow Jimin to wear another man's ring long. I understand why we have to be mad at anyone. I don't understand why we have to be mad at anyone. They're grown men who are more than capable of dealing with their own ish. I always leave it up to them. Even if I see something, V does something that I don't agree with, I'm always like, that's not my business. Jimin and JK are grown-ass people. They can deal with him. If they have issues, they will deal with him. That's not my business. I'm just here to consume Jikook moments and just enjoy myself. That's it. Whatever else is happening with them, is happening with them. It has nothing to do with me. Trash cookers are just here on the ground, pissing me off. But guess what? They are my problem. They are not Jimin and JK's problem. Jimin and JK, they do not care about trash cookers. JK cares to some extent because you can see that he pulled back on feeding them, but that's neither here nor there. I don't understand India just because of wearing a mask. Some of us are so insecure after all that we have. Insecure. I hate insecure Jikookers so much, my guy. They annoy me. They annoy me so much. Somebody's the artist from the AMAs. Yeah, Jimmy does not give in hard eyes to that guy. He was not even flirting with him. He was just looking at him. He's not even his type. The only thing is that he's tall. We know that when it comes to tallness, Jimmy loves tall, and JK knows this. And so, how JK reacted had nothing to do with Jimmy flirting. Jimmy was not flirting with that guy. Do you see the last live? Jikookers said JK ignored Jimin's hand when he offered his hand, but Tay was the one who accepted Jimin's hands. What do you think? Wait, what? What? Wait, it's 12 o'clock today, my time. There's a live that happened and I don't know about it. What live? Bruh. There was a live? What live? You know, sometimes I find out things by coming online. There was a live? Bruh. Hold on. There was a live. Did I miss a live? I know J-Hope went live. JK went drunk live. But OT7 went live. What are we talking about? Guys, did I miss a live? Jimmy said should be back, man. Yeah. Imagine JM wearing RMs when JK will go crazy. I love you, Shaz. I love your sincerity and maturity. Oh, thank you, Dorina. RM did mention that Jimmy is the one he trusts and loves the most. They'll be there for Jimmy whenever he needs him. Yeah. Even Jimmy goes to...